time needs to go by before you start thinking about that goal against Toronto and not about losing to Florida?
Yeah, I mean, I probably won't think about it for a while, you know. So yeah, it's hard to look at that goal now when you just finished your season. Obviously, didn't reach your ultimate goal, so it'll be hard.
How frustrating was that Florida series for you?
Yeah, it was. You know, they're a heck of a team, and obviously, you know, definitely feel like we could have pushed it to Game 7. You know, and unfortunately we didn't. And you know, how I said, they did a hell of a job, and you know, they were the better team.
Did it feel like you guys were heading overtime in Game 6?
Sorry?
Did it feel like you guys were heading to overtime in Game 6? Is just that kind of a...
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's not really what you're thinking about. Like, there was, you know, you always keep playing and don't have much time to look at the time or anything. So, yeah, it was really tight game, you know, and a couple of minutes away from OT, you know, and maybe we wouldn't be standing here. But I said, it's easy to say now.
You had a couple of great days in that Game 6. How long do those stick with you?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, those are definitely going to stick sometimes longer than the Game 7 goal, you know, against Toronto. It had a lot of looks, you know, and didn't bury them. So it's obviously tough for a goal scorer not to, you know, bury those chances. And yeah.
This was supposed to be a step back this season for the Bruins. You guys did something last year's team didn't do. You won a playoff series. Does it feel like progress for you?
Yeah, 100%. You know, I'm so super proud of the group. You know, we got much younger, and we had some experienced guys who came in and who won the cups and did an unbelievable job. You know, that any player could learn from. You know, and you know, guys that grabbed the opportunity that came. You know, and did a good job. So I'm very proud. You know, a lot of people were saying, you know, gonna make the playoffs, you know, or be at wildcard spot, you know, and I think we put ourselves in a good spot for going into playoffs, and so it's definitely, you know, a lot of, how I said, much younger team and good experience for some guys to get that first playoff series win, you know, and good little motivation going into the summer for next season.
Bruins have some money to spend. What do you think you guys could use? What would be valuable to add to your group?
Listen, man, I don't like to get into this management stuff. You know, I'm a player, and obviously, like you said, you know, that there's going to be changes. That's the business we are in. You know, it's where rarely, almost never happens. You have the same group for 2 years, so you know, you as a player, you understand that, and you know, it's kind of excited as well as a player. So yeah, but I don't really get much into it.
Would you be somebody that would recruit some guys if there were some guys that were interested? Would you be somebody to make a phone call?
Yeah, I mean, I have, you know, hope that you know, people should be very excited to come play for an organization like Boston Bruins. You know, it's an honor, original six, so I think that's already enough motivation for players to come here.
Your role changed this year. More of a line driver, less the finisher. Teams defended you like basketball, like don't let this guy beat us. How was the game for you, and how did you feel about how your role evolved during the season?
Yeah.
And is that part of leadership?
Yeah, I mean, I you know, happy that I was able to, you know, produce and carry the line. You know, it's, how you said, the change. You know, we lost two big leaders, but also like unbelievable hockey players with the high IQ. You know, hockey IQ. So yeah, you know, I changed, but you know, for me, it's like I don't mind playing with the new players. You know, and try to adjust and learn from my line mates and communicate to see what can make us best on the line.
David, as you grow as a player, you've been here a while now. Obviously, the bottom line is to win a Stanley Cup. Do you think you have a better understanding of what it takes individually and as a team to try to win a Stanley Cup now?
Yeah, of course. Then, how you said, I'm much older now, you know, and more experience. So definitely, you know, it's not easy, and you definitely have better understanding. And excuse me. So yeah.
And what do you think needs to happen as far as a group to take that next step? A lot of guys you like, and you guys continue to grow.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously, you know, you have to win hockey games, you know, to put it simply, and it was very tight, a lot of tight games in the playoffs, you know, that you need to get scored at one more goal, you know, and we didn't. A couple times we made a couple of mistakes, which we were, you know, how I said, a little younger this year, and those are a learning experience, you know, and you know, just need to be able to close out the tight games and you know, overtime and stuff like that. So definitely, you know, have to dig deep. You know, big health is a big part of it. You know, your group needs to stay healthy. Your goalie needs to be healthy. So it's just a lot to it. You know, and hopefully, you know, use, how I said, use this as a motivation again, work going into the summer. You know, and get back to work ASAP, you know, because there's a lot of work to be done.
Talking about the younger guys, what was it like seeing people like Laura Beecher come in and have the playoffs that they did?
Yeah, it's how I said, it was great. I'm very proud of them. It's not easy, you know, being young and playing this kind of game, especially like you know, overtimes or you know, the tight games, and they did a heck of a job. You know, Beach was a big part of this group whole year, like with the face-off and penalty kill, you know, and with his fast skating, he did a great job. And then Mason, you know, it's just fun to see him dancing around there like that at such a young age and first playoff, you know, and he's just dancing. So it's fun to see them, and I can't wait, you know, to see what they bring next year.
David, what did you have to play through injury-wise this year?
I don't want to get this year, the whole season. Yeah, I had a couple groin issues this season. That was coming back a lot, but that was the main thing. Was the groins.
You feel like you're a
61
okay.
goals last year, but Monty said that you were an even better player this year. What made him say that? Where did you grow in those areas?
Well, you know, a lot of people were saying that you know, it's going to be downgrade year for me because of Krejci is not here and Berge, you know, and how I said earlier, I love that I was get the opportunity to carry the line now, you know, and playing with Pav, you know, and grow together as a good pair, and you know, I had to change my game a little bit. Sometimes you can have the shots every time you don't get it right. They're going to take you away. So you know, I'm happy I was able to do some playmaking this year. You know, and how I said, I love to set up goals and set up looks as well as much as I like scoring. So yeah, I think the playmaking, you know, for me, it came up bigger than usually this year.
David, was the groin issue a thing in the playoffs? Did that impact you in the playoffs?
No.
Tortorella said that Panarin's the best tired player he's ever seen. I feel like this has become a real strong point in your game. End of shifts, end of period, you've become one of the best players on the team. Is that something you really worked on?
Yeah, I mean, how I said, like, I have a bigger role this year, you know, than I ever had in this team, and you know, there's more ice time. Never played this much, you know. So obviously, you know, I'm a pro, right? So you need to stay in the shape, and you know, I love playing at big minutes, so I have to be ready for you know, high ice time.
With that said, how excited are you for the future? It seems like you still have a ceiling
Yeah.
in yourself,
Yeah.
the way you continue to grow as a hockey player.
Yeah, I mean, super excited. You know, I'm honestly hate this part because, you know, the off season is long, and you don't want that as a player. But at the same time, it's a big opportunity to keep working and get better. You know, you have a lot of time, so I'm super excited. You know, and how I said, there's gonna be some changes. You know that. You know it's coming, and that's just the business, and you know, excited to get back to work with the group.
It seems like the city's still a perfect match for you too. How much do you enjoy playing in Boston in front of these fans?
man, it's my home here. You know, home away from home. The people here, you know, are a big part, you know, of me loving it here. You know, you guys know I love, you know, the city and play for the people and you know, it's unbelievable to play with such a sports city and you know, for my family, it became a, you know, a big part and feel like home and you know, I don't see myself anywhere other than here.
David, the nature of the business is the team you lose to ends up being sort of the litmus test of where a team has to get better, how it has to grow. So you walk away from Florida twice now. What gets you over that hump as a team?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they got it twice in a row. That obviously, you know, helps their confidence going against us. But you know, you don't. You need better. I mean, like to put it, you know, in the simple, that they were the better team, and we just need to get better to become a better matchup for them, and you know, kind of. Be a better team, honestly.
They shot a lot more. I suppose it's simple to say.
Sorry, one more time.
They shot a lot more. They had more attempts, more shots. Easy to say, I guess, shoot more, right? But,
yeah, but we are not a high.
Shot volume.
Thank you. We are not a high shot volume team, you know, and we haven't been the whole year. Like there is games, obviously, you have more chance than the other. Yes, we didn't shoot enough puck for sure. I think in the Florida game, but I wouldn't say like we have to throw everything at the net. You know, that's just not the way we play. Now we definitely had to maybe bring more pucks to the net instead, you know, than curling around. Yes, that I think is maybe bigger.
more north-south, you're saying?
Yes,
Yep.
more north-south than shooting more pucks. You know, the goalies in this league are so big, and obviously you can't give them too much respect. But you know, they shooting from outside the dot sometimes it's going to be hard to score in this league.
Thank you.